The state of Texas says it set a new national record for school choice program enrollment on day number 1. On day 1, more than 42,000 applications were submitted. Today, thousands more are being completed. These applications will be open until March for families here in Texas to participate in what's being called the Texas Education Freedom Accounts. That is the program passed by lawmakers that will allow families in Texas to use money from the state to help pay for private school or homeschooling. For today's focus, we are joined by Mr. Adam Mangana. He is the CEO of OptimaEd. Thank you for joining us. Adam, we're talking to you today because you launched a virtual reality charter school and you've had experience with programs like this in other states. So let me start there and ask you your experience with these kind of programs in other states. How has that been?
Yeah, Rusty, thank you so much for having me. It's a really exciting day for families who want to be the CEO of their child's education, to be able to put the power back into families' hands and ultimately untether us from being kind of tied to a particular zip code. There's incredible freedom and opportunity in these funds. And some of the things that we're seeing in states like Florida, where there are 500,000 students using these ESAs, educational savings accounts, is those students are having a higher rate of applying to college and matriculating to college. So it has been a very empowering tool for families to be able to get the education that their child deserves.
Have you seen a lot of interest from families leading up to yesterday when they could start the applications? And have you received even more interest now that that ball is rolling?
Absolutely. You mentioned the 42,000 number in day 1. We've already had 250 leads in day 1 just for the world's first virtual reality school. So we're a private school here in Texas, and we're already seeing families getting really excited about visiting Optima Academy Online to learn more.
So I am curious because you talk about what you saw in Florida, and there's other states that have done this. What has been the impact on public schools? Because I think that's one of the biggest concerns here in Texas is how is this going to impact seeing that decrease in enrollment in our public schools going to private schools? Are you seeing the impact in other states to our public school districts?
You know, people are really excited about opportunities, and that cuts across all mediums. Now, public school enrollment in Florida is flat. We haven't seen a decrease. But we have seen those students trying to take advantage of a more competitive environment. So when we have, a situation where there's a monopoly, oftentimes whatever type of school it might be is not motivated to always deliver for students. When you have a more competitive environment, we see all schools rising, public, charter, private. And so I think net, it's going to be a really good thing for Texas families. And I have a lot of faith in the public school system in Texas that it will rise to the occasion.
Let me ask you this, because now that parents have the power of choice back in their court, and they now have these different options with what you're offering, a virtual charter academy. What do you say to parents that convinces them this is better than sending their kids into a actual physical classroom in their backyard?
Yeah, I mean, parents are keenly aware of the complexity that exists in today's physical environments. And I think one of the most compelling arguments for virtual is really listening to the families and knowing that they're asking for a more modular and flexible delivery mechanism. In Texas, you have very elite athletes, elite musicians that need more time. And so many of our students come from those environments where, the physical environment and committing to 8 hours a day of kind of being in a physical building doesn't align with what they're trying to accomplish in terms of the next stage in their development. So we offer a lot more flexibility, being able to take your school with you on the go.
Interesting. All right. Adam Mangana, he's the CEO of OptimaEd. He is joining us from the Dallas area this afternoon. Adam, thank you, sir. And coming up tonight at 6, we're going to have much more on this, especially from the public education